Hi guys! Whilst I was away, I was made aware of the fact that the inbox system had been replaced with a new messages system. It would seem that YouTube has been innovating once more. I had actually noticed that my inbox was basically not filling up, and I had worried about that a little bit. It seems they have replaced it with a message system that is remarkably similar to the comments section, the way they handle that, and it looks fairly useless for me, let's put it that way. I don't see any options to mark as read. I can delete mails, I can report them as spam, I can ban the person from the channel, but I can't mark them as read, and it's very difficult to glance at the whole list and see which messages probably need my attention immediately, which ones I should try and read later, and so on. So, I mean, for example, if I read the first 100 of these messages and then came back tomorrow, I'd have another 100 messages. I wouldn't be able to figure out which ones I read yesterday, and which ones were the new ones, which ones were the ones that were older than the ones I read, and so on. You get the idea. With the inbox, I could see which ones I'd read. I can't with this. This is well, it's more, like I said, it's fairly useless to me. It seems like they've replaced what was a system that looked like email with a system that looks like Twitter. And this probably is something that a lot of people are happy with. It probably really works for people who get 10, 20 messages a day. But for someone getting hundreds of messages a day, I would say this system is, well, useless, really. I mean, it's not something I'm going to be able to do. I mean, really, I'm going to have to spend a few hours going through the messages I've already got. If I get that option. I should close this, people reading my messages. Yeah, so I could spend a few hours every single solitary day just going through the messages, but then add that to the fact that I spend a couple of hours a day going through comments on the various videos, and I mean, I spend a couple of hours on the comments of various videos. I still barely cover 1% of the comments that are made now, which is bad, because before the Google changes, I was checking every single comment posted on my videos, every single one of them. Now the same is true of the messages. Instead of being able to read all of the messages, and I didn't reply to all the messages, but I did at least read them, I'm probably not going to read more than 10% of them, if that, actually. So they've turned it into a system that even if I spend 4 or 5 hours a day reading the comments, reading the messages, I'm still not going to read all of them. And so there's almost no point trying. So, and obviously they're not going to change anything. We all know that. That's it. They've decided that the inbox, the idea of messages being similar to email and comments being similar to a forum, that's not the way to go. They want everything to be sort of a Twittery chat sort of thing, and that's okay. That's their decision, you know, but it's not hugely useful for me. So I'm going to look into some alternatives for trying to communicate with me, because at the moment there are now no avenues to contact me. Nexus Mail is good, but there is a limit on how many messages you get, and I get so many messages that even if I empty the box entirely, it fills up within a day, and I'm back to square one. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm definitely going to speed up on the website idea, because my current website runs out in August, and I don't really want to extend it because I want to replace it with something better. So I'm sort of got a time critical thing on that. And I'm going to add some forums. So that will probably be a good way to contact me. I'm also going to set up some various different emails actually. I may even set up temporary emails. So for example, if I do a video regarding the website where I show people what I want, what ideas I've got, I might set up an email, a temporary one for a month, where people who are in the business can contact me with advice for how they think I should do it. So, for example, I might have an email just for people who want to, mod authors, who want me to cover their mods, or have got questions to me as a mod author. And just hope that people don't abuse it by sending me random messages, asking for load order help, or sending me photographs of their genitalia, that type of thing. I mean, I'm probably going to get a little bit of abuse of that, but hopefully I'm going to well, basically, I'll just have to set people like that on a junk mail filter, I guess, which then would mean they could never send me any emails on reasonable emails. So I'm going to hope people treat that with some sort of common sense. I may set up an email for people with business proposals, because I do get that quite often. That type of thing. So I will set up some alternative ways to contact me, and hopefully that will make up for the lack in YouTube. So for those of you who have sent me messages in the last month and are wondering why the hell you've not had a reply, even though you think it's something I should have replied to, perhaps I've replied to an earlier message and it was a conversation we had going, it's purely this then. I had no idea about the new messaging system, and the chances of me going through all of the current messages to find yours are next to nil. So there you go. So that's it. Sorry about anyone who feels ignored, and yeah, I'll keep you up to date on any developments in this area. So there you go. Okay, thanks for listening.